Hey, what's up? Thank you guys so much for joining me. It is your girl, Vanna, back again. And this time I am with the culture creators, or at least being brought to you by the culture creators. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me. This is our first of many, hopefully, shows. We plan to do this at least every weekend. We just wanted to bring something that was basically by the culture, for the culture, and totally about the culture. This is the culture update. I'm going to let you know basically what's popping, what's going on, and we're gonna get into some history. We're gonna get into some entertainment, and that's the best thing about the show, because we get to learn and we get to talk and kind of gossip and get into the good stuff as well. So I know that there'll be some people joining me later. If you catch this on the replay, thank you also for watching this and sharing it with your friends. So special shout out to the culture creators for bringing this to you all. And I'm ready to just jump right in it. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Juneteenth. It is the Juneteenth holiday, and it's a special Juneteenth holiday because even though most folks been celebrating Juneteenth, if you're like me, this is nothing new to you, but for some folks it is. And so I just want to say happy Juneteenth. This is a special one because this is finally being recognized as a federal holiday and on a national level, I guess you could say. And that's something, you can definitely say that's something. So we're going to talk about Juneteenth, the importance of it. And then later on in the show, we're going to get into some entertainment news. I got a story to bring you about the new Bernie Mac biopic coming out. We got that to get into, some Twitter beef going on. We got that to get into. That's on Black Twitter. And then we also have to talk about bonnets. So please stick around. We got some good stuff coming. But right now, let's jump into the realness of it. And that is Juneteenth. So why do we celebrate it? Why do we care about it? And why is everybody talking about it, making such a big deal? Some people are being uppity saying, oh, finally, now you want to celebrate Juneteenth. We're not even going to celebrate it. You know, some Black folks, they're not feeling it right now. And I got some things to say on that. So we're going to talk about from the beginning to the end, the good, the bad, the ugly. So Juneteenth is special to folks that are local to Oklahoma and Texas and those surrounding areas. And that's because a lot of our ancestors, you had ancestors, Black people from Oklahoma and Texas, usually that means that they probably came from Texas, and they could have very well been associated or been, you know, a slave during that time. So we're talking about 1863, and that's when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by President Lincoln. And so everyone just assumes, hey, we're free. No, we weren't just, you're free, because, you know, they didn't really want us to be that free. Even Lincoln himself had slaves. So let's keep it real. He didn't really want to really free the slaves. So what happened was, they kind of had like this trickle down theory about how the freedom of slaves was going to eventually come all the way down the states, all the way down from the north to the south, right? So the North gets word immediately, right? As soon as Robert E. Lee surrenders the war, you know, Ulysses S. Grant, all that, because you got to think, all these Black folks that were slaves, they went to war. So a lot of them didn't even know about freedom because they were at war in the first place. But as soon as they found out about the war being over with, they knew, especially the ones in the North, knew they were free. It took 2.5 years for the Black people in Texas, specifically south of the Mason-Dixon line, to figure out and find out that they had been free for 2.5 years. And I want to make a side note on this. I had someone send me a story that Judge Joe Brown said he was not celebrating Juneteenth. And the reason why is because he said he was embarrassed that supposedly Black folks had come across and told other Black folks in Texas they were free. But you got to remember Stockholm syndrome. You got to think about, would you, being a slave in Texas, listen to another Black person that came over and was like, hey, we've been free. You're free. You might as well just leave. You think they're really going to be like, okay, yeah, let me go with you. No, that's, you know, illogical thinking. These people were not about to just jump on anybody who said they were free. So it took General Granger, Gordon Granger, a white general, to ride his horse across the line down to Texas and freed 250,000 people. Let me give that to you one more again. 250,000 people were freed on Juneteenth. We call it Juneteenth because it is short for June 19th of 1865. So, whew, that's deep. I mean, it gives me chills talking about it, thinking about it. I can only imagine that those were some of my ancestors from in the Texas area from back then. And I can only imagine how they felt. So immediately there was jubilation, because you have to remember when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, they were quoted to say that we were forever free, and we weren't really forever free until Juneteenth, which is why we celebrate. So I want to just take this time to remind you all to celebrate the holiday the right way. Buy Black business, support Black culture, wear Black-owned clothes, Black-owned jewelry, support as many Black businesses and Black people that you can. If you're going out to eat, go get you some Black barbecue, go get you some, Black chicken, Black food. If you are, whether you're white or Black, whatever you are, if you want to help celebrate Juneteenth, support Black business on this day. That's what's going to help elevate our culture and continue to spread the word of education. Now, I want to speak just for a second on those of you who are kind of wearing your salty pants today. Yes, this should have happened a long time ago. Them finally making Juneteenth a federal holiday should have been like, I don't even know, as have a lot of things, as have anything that I hear nowadays. It's like, oh, the first Black this or the first Black that. It's like, we should have been had that. We should have been done that. We're way behind the times. But this should just be a wake-up call. It shouldn't be a cause for saying you're not going to celebrate. It should be a cause for you saying, not only am I going to celebrate, but I'm going to use this chance to educate, elevate, and continue to push a better agenda for the culture. And some of even our Black brothers and sisters do not know, because we weren't taught in school. Even I, for a long time, did not know. So that's just what I want to say on Juneteenth. I appreciate you all listening to my TED Talk on that, but it is, it's important that we understand the history and the holiday and where it comes from and why we celebrate and why it's important to us. And once again, I just want to say, please buy Black. Okay, so we are going to get to the entertainment news today. The first story is Bernie Mac. And I know y'all love Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is just part of the culture. Man, it's so hard when you're talking about a Bernie Mac biopic. But Mark Phillips has recently made the news. I want y'all to check out this right here. We're going to put up on your screen. Mark Phillips is a part of RDC World. And if you guys aren't familiar with RDC World, they are a YouTube group, kind of a sensation, really. They're a gaming group. Mark Phillips happens to be like the leader. They're really dope. I'm a huge fan of RDC World. They actually recently just made $250,000 in a dodgeball tournament. So shout out to RDC World. I think they said they were going to be producing a movie at some point, but check this out. So Bernie Mac's daughter says she wants to see Mark Phillips of RDC World 1 play Bernie Mac in the upcoming biopic they have coming out. She says that she thinks he's funny and he has the acting chops to capture her dad's essence, which I don't know, and this is just my opinion on the matter. I don't know if she's thinking he has the essence because of the looks. Because if you look at the picture side by side, he definitely has you could see the visual there. Okay. You could see how he looks like Bernie Mac. However, we do need to discuss Mark Phillips as an actor himself. What have we seen Mark Phillips in other than YouTube videos? Not a lot. Mark Phillips is not a real established actor yet. I'm giving him his just due. He has a lot of he's viral. I mean, he acts in his own way. He acts in his own videos. He produces his own videos, does all of his own things. However, he's never been in a major acting role. And something like Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac is of the culture. I mean, you really cannot, you know what I'm saying? You can't mess that up. So I would really hate to see Mark Phillips get in a role that he wasn't ready for quite yet and couldn't fulfill. So Mark Phillips, I want to see you in a major role. I want to see you act. I want to see you do amazing things. However, I don't know if Bernie Mac would be the first role for you. Like, that's major. That's huge. And congratulations if he gets the part. I mean, obviously that's Bernie Mac's daughter saying that she wants him to play the role. However, this could make or break his career. He's either got to bring it and be 100% Bernie and just blow it out of the water and everyone will love him forever. And he's a staple in the Black, entertainment culture, or it doesn't go so well. You've seen it. We've all seen it with the Michael Jackson Flex Washington situation. I don't need to continue. We've all seen it. So right now, drop some comments to me. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Mark Phillips to play Bernie Mac. Yes or no? Is this a good fit? Do you guys agree with this? Not? Do you even know who Mark Phillips of RDC World One is or isn't? If you don't, let me know because I'll put you on game. Mark Phillips is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Mark Phillips is very funny, but I'm not sure. So please drop some comments. Let me know. I want to hear from you all. You all are who I'm talking to. So let me know. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see who's going to end up playing Bernie Mac and who ends up getting casted in that role. All right, moving on to the next. Let's talk about Black Twitter. Now, Black Twitter has been going off. For those of you who don't know what Black Twitter is, if you're Black and you don't know what Black Twitter is, that's okay. I'm not going to shame you. We're not about that here. We uplift people. So Black Twitter is basically a platform of mostly Black Twitter users. And it was established back in the day, early days of Twitter, because most Twitter users, I think, still are or used to be Black based off of the amount of people. So like, obviously there's more white people on Twitter than Black people. But if you look at the amount of white people compared to the amount of Black people, and then those people on Twitter, you would see that most Twitter users are Black, therefore Black Twitter. So Black Twitter went ham this week because they were getting blamed for canceling Destiny's Child's Cater to You song. Now, Black Twitter officially, from what I could tell being on Black Twitter, did not cancel the song. From what I could tell, it was a lot of Gen Z who was upset with it. And if you don't know about Gen Z, you'll have to look up your generations. If you're in my age range, which is around 30, 32, I'm 32 years old, so you're a millennial. And then the generation right under us, that would be Gen Z. So apparently Gen Z is saying that Destiny's Child Cater to You is a quote unquote slave song or has some sort of slave, mentality of some kind. I don't know if we have the graphic for that. We can put that up for you guys. Guys, I don't know what to say about this situation. They're calling it a slave song. They're saying that, women are bothered by the lyrics. I think we need to digest this a little bit. So let's just think about the song. I know almost every single word to the song. Okay, let's just think about the song. If she's talking about her man or her husband, there is in no way, shape, or form this argument of it being a slave song is valid in any way, shape, or form. So you could just mark that off the list right there. If you want to talk about generations, it is not within Gen Z's right to cancel the song within the millennials culture. This is a millennial song. This song came out 17 years ago. They cannot, I really don't feel like Gen Z has a right to cancel our songs. Now, I think that Gen Z needs to look at their own music and their own content and their own songs before they come after some of ours. I've heard some of Gen Z. I can think of a few artists that I've heard out of Gen Z that all they talk about is the consumption of drugs constantly, alcohol constantly. I got, X, Y, Z in the third. So correct yourself, come correct first before you, take that out on us. Don't try to put that on us. I don't see how it's a slave song. She literally says she wants to cater to someone. So that's not someone being told to do something or being forced to do something against their will. That's physically someone saying that they want to do this for you. I want to cater to you because you're my man. Those are literally the words of the song. And then she goes on to say the reasons why, because he works hard and, takes care of her XYZ. So miss me with this, Gen Z. And apparently Black Twitter said, don't come after them with this. They are not the one that canceled this song. All right. Let's move on. Oh yeah, we got a comment in. All right, let's see what this comment talking about. Everything is cancel culture now. Yeah, everything, it seems like it is cancel culture now, but that's okay because we're not going to support all cancel culture. We're only going to cancel what actually needs to be canceled. And we're not canceling this today. So if you feel like it should be canceled, tell me the reasons why. Let's drop some more comments. Let me know if you're watching this. I appreciate the views. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know what you think about this situation about Destiny's Child Cater to You. Look up the lyrics and tell me what you think. How is it a slave song? I don't get that point. All right, let's move on to the next and final entertainment news for the show today. And this story is controversial. We're going to talk about bonnets. And I don't want to just talk about bonnets in public. I want to take bonnets in public to like the next level because apparently everyone else already has. So this next story is basically about two things. One, apparently bonnets in public have been so viral and become such a thing that now a young girl has created a pocket on a bonnet. And she is apparently telling people they can, keep, I guess, their lip gloss in this pocket. It's a zipper pocket. It's on the side of the bonnet. And I guess other items that you keep in this pocket. My first thought about the pocket on the bonnet is you're going to get bonnet snatched. There's going to be a ton of bonnet snatching going on. There's going to be a ton of, because let's face it, the women that are wearing bonnets in public are most likely putting their ID in there. They putting their cash in there. They putting their little shooby dooby or something for the club in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little liquor bottle or something. Because it was a pretty decent sized pocket. I mean, it was a pretty big pocket. So bonnets are going to start getting snatched off heads. They are going to be out here. It's not going to be hide your wives, hide your kids. It's going to be hide your bonnets. This is outrageous. I think the bonnets in public is just going to have to be like a no. It's going to have to be a no. And especially if you're going to have a pocket on your bonnet. Then it went so far as to cats. Black women with bonnets and matching cat bonnets. I mean, I just don't know if this is a fashion statement or if this is just like a cry for help. I mean, come on, my sisters, we can't go out in public. We can't go out in public with matching cat bonnets, with a cat bonnets on our head and our cat with a matching bonnet. I want to know how you feel about this. I think we have to think about our culture. I think we have to take it back to the meaning of a bonnet. What is a bonnet meant for? It's meant for the protection of the woman's hair while she sleeps at night. It's cultural. It's a part of our roots. It's sacred. If you really want to break it down, it's not really meant for everyone to see publicly out and about walking around, not to mention, who do you know who you're going to run into? I was at the Las Vegas airport, flew in from California, okay, on my business. And I run into these women with sweatpants and bonnets on their head. And these are beautiful melanated sisters. And it just is sad because you're in the Las Vegas airport. You don't know if Mike Tyson's going to show up. He lives here. You don't know if, someone of fame is going to be around the corner. You don't know what's going to be popping. Look at this on your screen now. This young lady with putting items into her bonnet. That's the bonnet with the pocket on the head. It's just not really that socially acceptable. I don't think it should be socially acceptable. I know that they're trying to make it that way, but I don't. This is just my opinion. Tell me how y'all feel. If y'all don't really care how our sisters are being portrayed out and about as they walk around and represent themselves as Black women, I just feel like we could do a little better. And especially when you're in places that you could be performing business, anybody could see you. In that same airport, I saw a white girl walk by with some red bottoms and a suit, dressed to the nines, with blonde hair, pressed. And I'm like, see, she could run into anybody in this airport and get a business card, get a connection, get a contact, get a man. But these girls wearing bonnets on their head are going to deter people. Usually I think at the bottom line, I'll say this. If you're going to wear a bonnet on your head, you should, in public, don't get me wrong, wear it around your house, wear it around your man, wear it, in the comfort of your own home and company. However, if you're going to go out in public and do it, just expect that when people look at you, most likely they are going to be judging you. Most likely they are going to be automatically thinking one way about you. They're going to automatically assume you're ghetto, you're ratchet, XYZ, all of those great, sociotypes that people like to put on us. Okay, we got another comment. Oh, okay. My mom. Okay. Let's see. Bonnets in public, it's a fad and a stupid one, but whatever. I don't care because you're wearing it, not for me. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see your point on that. I guess it is a fad. That is true, but should it be a popular fad is my question to Valerie. And then Kaylin, I don't care because you're wearing it and not me. Yeah, that's true too. However, I want to represent myself in a certain manner, and I wouldn't want to wear a bonnet outside. It's already bad enough to wear pajama pants outside. It's hard enough. I mean, I go to the corner store or something, or to Dollar General or whatever, in some pajama pants, but that's already bad enough as it is. But I don't really think I'm looking to do business in Dollar General. I might have just went there for a loaf of bread. But if I'm going to be out in public, like at an airport, at a concert, a museum, a restaurant, this or that, XYZ, no, I'm cool. I don't want, personally, I wouldn't wear a bonnet. So drop your opinion. Tell me what you think. I want to know. Bonnets in public, keep it hot or not? Should we keep it? Should we get rid of it? Bonnets and matching kitty cats bonnets. We could show that one more time if we can. The bonnet and the woman with the kitty cat with the matching bonnet. Yes or no? Are we doing this? Are we a full in on this bonnet situation, or is this something that the culture needs to understand that it needs to be left behind? I want to know what you think. Please drop your comments and let me know. We can talk about these stories and more. I want to know, what you want to hear. So please let me know. I want to give you guys updates on what the culture is talking about. These are the most recent stories that I found this past week, but I know that new stuff happens every day. We can talk about everything from the Floyd Mayweather fight to, anything and everything, all the way to Nick Cannon's 25,000 baby mamas. So tell me what you guys want to talk about. And we will definitely get this on the culture update for you, because I want to keep you guys involved and let you all know what's happening with the culture. I want to also remind everybody that not to miss shows coming up this week for the culture creators. I know that they have a lot coming up. Oh yeah, there's the picture one more time. I think we threw up the bonnet and the cat picture. Oh my gosh, just hilarious. So yeah, is this happening or what? I say no on this. I say no on this trend. I think we should leave it behind. You guys let me know what you think. Let me know what other stories you guys want to hear. I'll be happy to bring it to you. I want to keep this short, so that's going to be it for the show today. Thank you, everybody who tuned in and listened in and chimed in. And we're going to do this every week, y'all. So make sure you guys catch me. I'm going to be on live once again next week. We're going to do the culture update, and I'll let you know what the news stories are happening throughout the week. If you guys find stories throughout the week that you would like me to talk about, please send them to me. Hit my my inbox, my DMs. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what stories you guys want to hear, and we will get those stories on for you. All right. I think that is all I have for you guys today. And I want to thank you guys so much once again for tuning in, and we will see you next week. That's been the Culture Update. Bye.